10 photos taken right before death, part 1. Alright. The following content. Wait. I forgot last time. I got too caught up reading. Nah. The following content may contain suicide or self-harm topics. Viewer discretion is advised. I understand and wish to proceed. Warning, Twisted Tins is not a series for the faint of heart. It may scare or disturb you. The world is a very bizarre place and nothing is off limits. If you decide to continue, we hope you enjoy.
Photography is incredible.
Oh, I know this guy. Yeah, that guy. I thought I recognized that name.
The ability to visually capture a single moment so you can look back on it forever. But the harsh truth is a photo never lies, and some of the memories it brings to surface were
He's one of my
probably
favorites
best
too.
kept
I know I'm
in the
laughing at his
darkest
funny camera angle,
recesses
but
of your mind. Today we take a look at 10 photos taken right before death.
Ooh, creepy. Jupus. Rob Dyke. Okay. Dutch technician.
A fear of heights is a very common phobia. However, for wind turbine technicians, it doesn't tend to be a concern. But fear can arise from anywhere. Wind turbines are tremendously useful for providing electric power to numerous facets of some of our lives. Wind turbines can be huge as well, the tallest of which stands at over 721 feet tall, or 220 meters. But such technology does require maintenance, and technicians are the ones dispatched to be sure everything is in proper working order. But for two Dutch technicians, their worst nightmare would come to pass once they climb the
I would prefer to think about those things being self-maintained. Nah, nobody has to work on those ever.
top of the mighty structure. This photo was taken showing the two technicians embracing one another after the turbine caught fire and quickly engulfed into a fiery blaze.
It's like, well, we're about to die, so come here, give me a hug.
Technicians jumped off the edge to avoid burning alive, while the other tried to take his chances getting back down through the inside. His body was found trapped and burned.
Oh my
Though safety
God.
precautions are put in place for this kind of event, the two technicians were trapped by the fire and were unable to escape safely. The two men were 19 and 21 years old.
Damn. That, dude, the time before they died, I was about to ask, did they die? Yes, they died.
The Niagara River has
This isn't
claimed
funny.
a number of lives from its vicious and merciless rushing waters. This photo of a man named Joseph Avery was taken in 1853. Joseph and two others had been boating on the river when it quickly overcame them. The two other men were torn away by the rushing waters and sent over the falls to their deaths. Joseph was fortunate enough to grab onto a log that had been lodged between two rocks. He remained there while onlookers gathered, unable to assist Joseph despite a number of attempts.
Jesus.
Joseph remained hanging on to that log for 18 hours.
Oh my
before he
God.
finally succumbed to the river. Witnesses recall Joseph releasing one final cry before he went over the edge of the falls and died.
Did it, so it just like stayed lodged in one position? They're getting freaked out by the fireworks.
But the more impressive it gets, the more dangerous it tends to be. Pavel Kashin was a
the like pictures of people that have like free run up to like a radio antenna and are taking like fish islands pictures of the city. Like, oh my God, I must just be the biggest chicken in the world. Holy fuck, you couldn't like. I worked construction for a very short time with my biological father, who's a brick mason. So like not all the jobs were getting up really high, but some of them were. And oh my God, it was like the second job that I worked with him. He was like, I need you to take this to this guy and then help him out. And I, like, without thinking, like, scurried up and gave it to him. And then once it like clicked, oh crap, I have to stay up here, I like my legs locked up and I like couldn't let go of the, like I couldn't walk around. It was just awful. I was like, I can do anything you need me to on the ground, or like as long as I am death gripping this fucking bar right here. But no, I felt like I was gonna fall. And then the thing that was cool about that was his boss, after talking to me and seeing that I was uncomfortable, made effort to, like, they added more supports to make it more comfortable, or more safe and not as stressful. I was like, it also did get easier the more that I did it. But it still didn't ever get not nerve-wracking.
Popular and talented freerunner who would leave many people's jaws dropped in disbelief at some of the things he was able to accomplish.
That's amazing
but
upper body strength.
Pavel,
Like, wow.
sometimes ability can't outdo luck. This photo was taken
his
while
fucking
Pavel
visor,
performed his
damn.
final stunt ever. He executed a backflip while near the edge of a 16-story building. Unfortunately, he lost his footing on the landing and went right over the edge and plummeted to his death. Pavel's death was a sobering reminder that fearlessness doesn't always cancel out danger. Politicians usually aren't the most loved of individuals. R. Bud Dwyer was a politician from Pennsylvania. In 1986, he was convicted of accepting a bribe. Though he claimed he was innocent up until the end, his actions betrayed his words. This photo was taken during a television broadcast a day before Dwyer was to be sentenced. He had just withdrawn a hidden revolver and attempted to keep people away so that they couldn't disarm him. Confusion erupted in the room, and Dwyer quickly placed the barrel of the gun into his mouth and fired upwards through his brain. Dwyer's suicide was captured on live television during a press conference that he himself called for.
Oh my God.
Reporters there were expecting an announcement of resignation. Well,
he's like, nope, I'm taking myself out on camera.
A child's trusting nature can at times unfortunately lead to terrible ends. This is a photo of James Bulger, a 2-year-old boy, holding the hand of a 10-year-old boy in a shopping center in England. The image itself seems innocent, as it is only 2 children walking together hand in hand. However, the boy leading him was in partnership with another 10-year-old boy. Both of the boys not only abducted James, but tortured and killed him. This was the last photo taken of James by a surveillance camera right before his
2 fucking 10-year-olds?
The 2 boys were held in custody until they reached adulthood, and then they were both released with new identities.
What? No. No. That's terrifying. That's absolutely horrible. No. They should have been kept until they were adults and then tried. No, they should have just been tried as adults. Why? That is crazy. Oh my God.
In modern terrorism, because they not only kill and injure many people all at once, but the suddenness and unpredictability of it all frightens many more people. This is a photo taken of a man and a young girl, presumably his daughter, standing together in a popular shopping area. A nice picture at first glance, but when you realize that the red car beside them was a stolen vehicle, things begin to take a turn for the worst. The car was loaded with a fertilizer-based explosive and was detonated moments after the photo was taken.
Oh my God!
Over 300 people were injured in the blast, and 29 were killed. The man and young girl were both fortunately spared from the explosion.
Well, that's good.
The photographer died. His camera was found.
Well, then it's not that one doesn't apply to the list. Well, I guess it does to all the other people, but not the people in the focal point. How did they escape? Like, how did they not get hurt?
It goes without saying that being involved in the drug trade can be very bad for your health, even if you're not using. Carl Williams was a drug lord in Australia responsible for the deaths of a number of people.
He got butt
For these things, he went to prison like many in the industry.
He also looks
This photo was taken of a fellow inmate approaching Carl from behind when he was reading a newspaper. His life was brought to an end when the inmate, with the help of a part of an exercise bike, beat Carl to death immediately after this photo was taken. It was
immediately after
police in the capture of a number of other high-profile drug traffickers before his brutal demise.
Wow.
When
this list is really heavy.
Power, it is very likely that many people might want you dead, but few are actually willing to see to it. Reynaldo Dagsa, a Filipino politician, unfortunately encountered one of those few. This photo was taken by Reynaldo. He had his family assemble so he could get a nice family photo on New Year's Day.
Oh god, somebody's got a camera. I gotta like glue my eyes open so I don't look stupid.
He also caught his own death in the image. His assassin can be seen on the side, aiming a gun directly at Reynaldo. The assassin shot him in the head immediately after the photo was taken.
Right as the just like
killer was discovered to have been a robber. Natural disasters can occur within an instant, but are unique in that there is no one to blame when loved ones' lives are snuffed out in an instant. Some people aren't so fortunate to either escape or be killed outright. One girl named Omeira Sanchez was a victim to a severe volcanic eruption in Colombia. Her legs were crushed beneath the rubble of her home, and the body of her aunt rested.
That looks cool. I mean, like, I know it's devastating, but that looked really cool.
Just before the girl succumbed to her injuries. Aid wasn't sufficient to rescue the girl, and the only option would have been to
her eyes are.
legs,
I mean, like, I'm not trying to be mean. It's just like I don't know if it's the camera that like you can't.
For 3 days.
She looks like a. She looks like she has that like demon eye effect from like horror movies.
Her hands turned white and her face swelled, as can all be seen in the photo.
Wow.
Because of this photo, Omeira's legacy has been immortalized. Her dark eyes linger within the...
Are you sure she wasn't possessed by a demon? Those all sound like demon possession things to me.
Minds of many who had witnessed her.
Regina K. Walters.
Serial killers do often take pleasure in the deaths of others, and then some take it to all new levels. Robert Ben Rhodes was a truck driver who would travel about on business while picking up female hitchhikers.
This is not a pleasant
teenage girls he felt wouldn't be missed. He'd brutally torture and murder them. One such victim was Regina K. Walters, who Rhodes abducted and toyed with.
Imagine, oh god, imagine that being the last thing, not that, but the guy being the last thing you see. Ugh.
Captures Regina.
She also kind of looks like Natalie Portman. Hey, if you don't lay down, I'm gonna make you go to your room. The whole point was for you to lay down and go to sleep. My bed with the TV on. On special for a holiday. Didn't have like supersonic hearing.
Regina's last moment of life. He
Stop making jokes.
Heels,
this is serious.
Her hair and had her pose in photos. The fear and despair.
That's creepy. Oh my god.
Despair, quite a.
There's a movie. That movie. There are like 2 really good horror movies. I'm gonna chat just to. There we go. I don't know why.
Mere seconds after this photo was taken, the killer behind the camera slaughtered Regina mercilessly, ending her life at the age of 14. Rhodes was fortunately caught, however, Regina's death and the moments right before it will exist forever as a haunting reminder that the world can be a ruthlessly cruel place. Life can be so fickle at times. Our first breath occurs within a moment, as does our last. These photos do make that fact very hard to forget. That's all for now. I'm Rob Dyke, and you be sure to be here next Wednesday for another episode of Seriously Strange. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, or else you just might miss it. See you next time.
Is it Rob Dyke or Rob Gavigan? Gavigan? Gavigan. Potato. I'm unstoppable.